What is up, guys? Today we're going to have a really quick mnemonic we're going to go over regarding the deamination of nucleotides. So this is a short little section in the biochem section of the first aid book, and you can have questions where it's going to ask you about when a certain nucleotide is deaminated, what can then be formed from that. So this is a really quick way to convert between a lot of the nucleotides that we have. So let's look at some of the main ones that we're going to begin to go over. We're going to go over the deamination of cytosine to form uracil. We're going to go over the deamination of adenine to form hypoxanthine, the deamination of guanine to form xanthine, and then the deamination of 5-methylcytosine to form thymine. And I have mnemonics for all of these. So for the first one, the deamination of cytosine to form uracil. So when I read cytosine to form uracil after deamination, I think of cytoscopy, or you can also think of cystitis, either one. Both of these things are referring to the bladder, and we know with the bladder we have urine in the bladder. So when you think of cytoscopy or cystitis, cystitis is just a bladder infection, you will then think that there is urine inside the bladder. So that will help you remember. So this is urine is referring to uracil, and cytoscopy or cystitis is referring to cytosine. So the next one is going to be the deamination of adenine forming hypoxanthine. So the mnemonic I use for this one is a den of hyenas. Okay, so a den will help you remember adenine, and then hyenas will help you remember hypoxanthine. So that will cover the deamination of adenine to form hypoxanthine. The next one is going to be a deamination of guanine to form xanthine. This is actually one of my favorite ones that I can remember the best. So I always think of guac is extra, and I spell extra without the E. But even with the E, you could still remember extra because you can hear the X part of extra. So guac is extra. Think about if you go to Subway or to Chipotle or wherever you go, anytime you order guacamole, it always costs extra. At most places, it's always extra to get guacamole. So that will help you remember guacamole is for guanine, and then the extra part will help you remember this is xanthine. Do you see how hyenas is the H for hypoxanthine, and then the extra will help you remember just xanthine. That will separate the two. And then the final one we have is the deamination of 5-methylcytosine to form thymine. Now I want to emphasize something right here. Do not mix these two up. So you notice that the deamination of just cytosine forms uracil, and we're going to use that mnemonic that we talked about, cytoscopy, cystitis, and then think of urine. But down here, this is also cytosine, but now it's forming thymine. But look at the fact that this is methylated at the 5' spot. Okay, so this has to be methylated cytosine, then it's deaminated, and then you can get the thymine. Okay, and remember, thymine is in DNA, and uracil is in RNA. Okay, and other mnemonics to keep in mind is that you have the mnemonic pure as gold, so pure for purine, it's adenine and guanine, and then all the other ones is just under the pyrimidine, which is going to be cytosine, thymine, and uracil. Okay, so that's a quick little mnemonic to kind of separate which ones are purines and which ones are pyrimidines. Okay, so the mnemonic for the very last one is that MCs talk about things. Talk about things. So you know what an MC is. MCs are basically the guys who have the microphone or at weddings or parties, or they're at a DJ stand, and the MCs are always basically talking to everybody at a party, playing music. So MCs have the microphone, therefore MCs talk, or you can either use the T in talk, or you can think about talk about things. So either one, you can even just remember MCs talk. So MC stands for methylcytosine, and then the talk should help you remember the T for thymine. Okay, so these are quick little mnemonics that I use to remember the deamination of nucleotides and how this can help you to convert between the different nucleotides that you have, whether it be a DNA or an RNA strand. If this helped you at all, please like, subscribe, and share the video, and I will see you in another.